Hey guys, J-Man37X bringing you episode 25 of Epic Battle Fantasy V. Last time, we finished clearing out Greenwood Village, and then we took a brief pause here in the library to kind of read all of the really useful tips and bits of knowledge that you can get from the library. Which just goes to show you, read. Anyway, this time we're just going to be kind of taking like a leisurely... We're going to walk all the way back, because again, there's a few bits of interest along the way, and I can just kind of go over kind of our plans for the near future as we go. And we're going to go to Jerry's house, because I realize I'm pretty sure we haven't actually visited him since we freed him from his cell up here. So, now seems like a good time as any. So we're going to go ahead and do exactly that. So, just as a quick reminder on our plans for... Oh, actually, we could do a bit of stuff here now. I actually forgot about this. Yeah, because we actually have the axe. Actually, I completely forgot about this. Okay. You know what, we'll do a little bit of this. We can potentially explore a new screen and just kind of get a little... We can actually go over here as well. Okay. This actually was not in my original plans, but that's completely fine. Okay, so you'll notice Cherry Blossom Weather here has a chance to give everyone an extra turn. You actually see we all got an extra turn, which is pretty nice. It's a very interesting weather, and definitely a pretty impactful one, potentially for good, for better or for worse. So that's very interesting. Okay, so we got these two stunned. That's super useful. Honestly, we could probably just go for a catch on this. Actually, I'm gonna have Lance do it. I still need to work on Lance's setup quite a lot, so we're gonna use Lance's turn here. It's just a worm and he was stunned. So. Okay, so there we go. So we got Scaly Worm. Gives wet to all allies, including those with backup, protect them from fire damage, but of course, having wet status introduces a couple other notable problems. So not preferred most of the time. You see the chances of that stunning are pretty solid, and it's stunned, I think, just about every single person it's ever hit. Which is pretty nice. So you can see the fact that you guys get extra turns is potentially a huge asset to you, but at the same time the chance of we're going to use Lucky Star because we haven't used it yet, and that's why we don't use it. So she's just going to surrender, but she's stunned for 3 turns, and they actually can't surrender if they don't have their turn. So we're actually just going to leave this guy around to just kind of watch. Feel a bit bad, but, you know, I wouldn't say I feel that bad, so I think that's just fine. So now you can do Reflex, because we all got, a few of us got haste, so we can buff up a fair bit here. Let's bring Lance back out here. Don't leave me for too long. Because again, I do want to be trying to make some usage of Lance, and I want to make sure that he's, like, involved in a lot of the fights. I really need to give you something. I think this video, or pretty soon, I'm going to need to do a bit of a redistribution of extra skills and whatnot, because this guy is just not cutting it right now with the skills he has. It's not his fault at the moment. It takes him a little bit for his kit to become, like, a bit more developed. And Machine Guns actually says a true AoE, because we can actually hit this guy with it. Oh my, okay. Not really too sure what to do about that one. I guess we're just gonna kind of, yeah, I thought that probably would kill, but these guys are actually a bit lower level, a bit higher level than us, so that actually does make that a little bit challenging. We're gonna buff up Lance's attack while we're at it. Sure, why not? Let's have him embrace his mixed attacking potential. Because right now, honestly, his best attack is probably Unload. And by probably, I mean almost certainly. That's a true AoE. But, I mean, at this point, she's gonna surrender on her next turn, I think. Actually, no, I probably would have gotten one more turn. But that's fine. Hold on, it's a different song. It's a pretty fun move, though. And this time we just have more worms. So nothing really too revolutionary there. Actually, you know what? Iron was doing so well for me last time. I mean, now we have these guys, but we're just going to do this again, because that was so useful. Well, it's still stunned one of them, so that's honestly still kind of okay. That's fine, it's not gonna, yeah, not gonna cure the poison. Or the stun. So, once again, recording right after I woke up. I'm probably gonna start doing this a bit more often, just because it fits in better with my day, but, just keep that in mind. Okay, let's just do it again. Stun the same guy again, okay. A little bit strange. Honestly, Matt's single target attacking is not actually that useful here, I would say. The fuzzy worms are some of the ones I'm least concerned about, so I'm actually just going to go for this here. And then you have unload. So we'll target this guy, and it'll probably jump to the other scaly worm. Nope. That was pretty okay. Alright. Oh, we got a green. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay, so apparently the Wait, hold on. So the cutie worm called the putrid worm, I guess, and then the fuzzy worm called the scaly worm? That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I'm not completely sure I'm buying that one, but okay. Well, now I have the chance of hitting a better target even higher, I say, as it hits the electric one 3 times. Oh my god. This is a nightmare. Okay, I definitely need to kill the putrid, but the putrid worm is the most obnoxious, in my opinion. It's the most problematic to try and deal with. Let's have you do... 80 power is pretty solid. It's probably only going to kill the putrid. Oh, okay. Alright, the cutie worm is pretty... I think the cutie worm can actually summon any worm in the game. So I would argue that the cutie worm is actually one of the more deadly there. Oh wow, that actually worked. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's what we get for buffing Lance's physical attack, is that his handful of physical moves are actually pretty good. Okay. So it's actually a new screen down here that we haven't seen yet. I don't think we'll be able to do much here. Oh, there actually is a little bit. Okay. Sure, I don't think I actually did this early on. When I played for the first time, so this is a little bit of an interesting change of pace here. Alright. Oh, what is that? Oh, squids. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna actually just scan this guy and then run away and do the whole fight again, because I want to obviously do a bit of setup. But now we get to try out a new strategy that someone commented about the squids. Okay, so this is the lime squid. A little bit funny looking. Strong hit. We'll break its arms off. Big range of skills, yeah. He has a pretty good set of weaknesses and resistances. He can be frozen, he can be stunned, he can be instant deathed, which we don't really have the kit to be able to take much advantage of any of that. But, yeah, this guy does actually have a pretty wide range of attacks. It's quite interesting, if I recall, at least. Okay, so we're just gonna do our buffs here, and then we'll take them out. I'm not gonna go too... Well, maybe I'll do... I might do a round of offensive buffs as well, actually. So I'll have Matt, probably have Matt, trying to think. I think I'll just have him temper himself, because we do actually want to hit him with a strong hit for the little bit of testing that I want to do. Okay, you know what? They both have 2 turns apiece. So let's do this. If you also, just so you know, if you switch out a hasted ally, they don't get to use the extra turn, I don't believe. Actually, you know what? I'm going to test this right now. No. So the haste is exclusive to whoever actually gets it. So basically, if you switch out someone with haste into the backup and you don't use their haste and you like switch in someone else, it's just going to go to waste. Just so you know, that's important to note, is that it will just be completely wasted. Okay. So we're gonna go here. He's not weak to electric, so we'll go, what, probably earth. Which one's stronger for him? Nope, fire is actually stronger. Okay. And actually, hold on. I need you to have one of your turns. I don't think we're gonna be able to get a defense debuff with how I've set this up. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Let's just go for it here. Nope, not strong enough, okay. The next time we do that, though, will be pretty good. So that works for me. Okay, so let's do... have her dark... dark pulse. I can't really use Thunderstorm now, because I should have had her use Thunderstorm first. Actually, just buff yourself. And then, honestly, just go to backup. Now she's buffed, and we'll have Lance in here next turn for debilitating. I think we're just gonna have him unload here. Meh. Didn't even have the bomb attack at the end, so it was a little bit lackluster. Eee, that's a neat attack. I think that can randomly select anyone. I think I've probably talked about that attack before, but I don't know. I don't know. I just like it. It's a pretty neat one. Okay, so now we debilitate. And let's see. I can actually show off changing equips mid-battle. It's not very strong a weapon, but I think that would be worth it. So you see, it does take your whole turn to do it, but you can change his entire setup. You can change every single thing on... Oh, right, I already used Encore. Pulse. Okay. No, yeah, that was my mistake. Yeah, you can change his entire setup. His flares, it's absolutely everything, so it's pretty neat. So I should have used the dark one. That's once again a bit of a mistake there. Excuse me. Okay, we can try and curse him, actually. It'd be pretty useful. Yeah. This guy's actually not doing that much damage to us, so I'm not too concerned about this fight. I really just want to show off this tip that I got. Also, he didn't get debuffed to see... He's not resistant to it. Let's try this to try and weaken him a bit. Okay, cool. So now we'll try this. Try eruption here. Still not enough. Damn. Okay. I don't think we're gonna be able to pull off enough damage in this fight. Yeah, it didn't even dry either. Yeah, because this isn't a single hit, but this is still gonna do more damage, which I guess that works. Yeah, sure. Yeah, unfortunately, without using a limit, which I guess we could use. No, limit break at this point would probably just kill him, to be honest. Let's just do 9 lives. Okay, so the tip that I was trying to test out was that I heard that if you break off... Also, yeah, that was an electric attack he just used. Pretty interesting. If you break off a squid's... Oh, that's bad. If you break off a squid's arms, and then you siphon it, it will actually surrender, which I really wanted to test that out. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get the chance. I'd really like to dispel that. Okay. Practically a cannon at this point. I'm getting 2 turns is a little bit scary, I'm not going to lie. He's weak to poison, right? Okay. Maybe we should do a little bit of poison set. I think we might need to resort to actually thinking in this. I was really just pushing for that exact strategy, but I think I'm going to actually have to start doing a little bit more to make sure that we can actually get this fight. Okay. Your Encore, I think, is still on cooldown. No, it's not actually. Okay. Alright, well, in that case, do I go for another Dispel? I think I do, honestly. Okay, cool. Yeah, him getting 2 turns is very scary, because he does have some, as you see there, he does have some pretty strong attacks. He hasn't been using a ton of them so far, but he does have very strong moves. Let's see, you, I had something in mind. Oh, yes. Weaken. How is the Ranger the one who keeps missing? I don't understand how her accuracy is. Really? Jeez, okay. It's the 3rd time she's missed out of the last 4 attacks. Meanwhile, what is Nat's accuracy? How is Nat's accuracy so good? Oh, right, I gave her... Right, okay, never mind. I gave her a flare specifically because she has bad accuracy. Never mind. Never mind, that makes sense. We actually have pretty much nothing that's useful here. Sushi Cap. This is a magic attack, despite what you might logically think by looking at it. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Oh, he had haste? I completely missed it that time. Oh, jeez, alright. I wasn't actually expecting to do any even remotely tricky fights this time, so this is a little bit interesting. Okay, we can afford to weaken him a little bit more. Not weaken as in the status, I mean weaken as in 2 damage to him. Also. Okay, so let's switch you in. This won't kill. No, it's definitely not gonna kill. Oh, the poison could though. I'm actually gonna hold back a little bit here. Okay. Probably didn't need to, but I just want to make sure because this is a bit of a trickier capture, so I'd really like to get this first try, or first fight. Okay, so we have to go for it. We pretty much have to go for it this turn. So let's do Putrid Worm. He's poisoned. He's got a bit of defense down, not much, but you know, pretty much any little bit can help here. Do I want to try and stack it a little bit more? I think I do. Siphon is a pretty big help too, and it's pretty easy to just throw that out there. Okay. This should be fine, I just want to make sure, because this is like a mini-boss type encounter, so the captures can be a little bit tricky. Okay. Subs up as a powerful thunder attacks, totally stunned, so it's just another AoE electric attack. Not too interesting. Stuns. I feel like they could have done something a little bit more interesting with him, considering he does use like a bunch of different attacks, but that's fine. And I got a level there. 666 AP, nice. Okay, so now we can go over here. Not the best chest. Oh, actually, this is pretty strong for where we're at. Yeah, never mind. Those are pretty good healing items. Got another quest. She wants to look at some stone heads. Okay. So there's that. Wow, that was quite a long detour, actually. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and do our walk here. So here we have the second premium dungeon. We're not going to be doing this for a while. We're going to wait until we clear out the next full dungeon before we head into there. Another screen to the left here. I believe we're going to see something interesting. Yeah, you'll notice this here. No spoilers in the comments what this is. I'm not going to do this right now. I'll probably do this in the next video or two. But, there's something here now. You'll notice that this is where that guy with the mask that wasn't talking was. That's why I said you want to keep track of where those guys are. There's 5 of them in the game. And you'll notice I marked one over here. At various points in the story, I'm not sure when exactly, they disappear and they leave behind this strange portal of 1s and 0s. I think this one happens sometime after you reach Greenwood. It might be when you get the axe, it might be when you... It probably is actually when you pick up the axe and then you're actually able to progress, but I'm not completely sure. It's very shortly around there anyway. So... remember that's there. We'll be here in, like I said, the next video or so. This is the only thing I marked this for, is just because there's hammer spots here. It's not actually, I don't think this actually even opens anything up. I think it's just, yeah, this is just strictly for a shortcut. But I marked it anyway. Okay. Let me actually check something for a help world here. Okay. Just looking. So we could just teleport back to Jerry's house. But I do just want to kind of walk there, just because, again, there's, like, this here. I actually didn't even mark this on the map. That was a mistake. But, look, we can pick this up now. Stat item and crafting items. Nothing too crazy, but pretty good. Pretty good. Always good to have at least. Here's another one here. Silver plates. Pretty nice. I think this is also just a shortcut now because of this guy's bridge. You're actually able to, yeah. Up also in here is the first premium dungeon. We will be doing that soon, also in the next probably video or two. I'm gonna wait to do that until I've done everything else that we can do up to this point. So until we've taken care of Jerry's house, until we've explored a couple of these little rooms here. But just so you know, we will be taking care of that soon, and that's another reason that I actually wanted to. Oh, here's another shortcut also. Ooh, that's got to be a pretty rare drop. I don't actually know the odds on that. That's got to be a good one. Okay. You take those. Okay, so now we're gonna head back to Jerry's house. I think this will be the last thing we do, but we should be able to make time for Jerry. Okay, so we'll head over this way. See, there's not a whole lot going on here. I can't remember if I ever addressed this, but there's a teleport slime cat here outside of Matt's house. I don't know if I've ever used it, but it's here. And it's very useful for going back to Jerry's house. Also, you'll notice this flower came back. I don't know when, it just kind of comes back sometimes. And you can just reharvest it. Okay. So notice there's something down there. I think I have that marked down here. Yeah, okay. Actually, if I want to be completely accurate, I'd put it there. Okay, so here's Jerry. Hello! Alright, he also has a quest for us now. Got an emergency in my basement. It's too messy and I can't find my fishing rod and sunglasses. No one else can be trusted with this. Okay. So, I guess we'll just go ahead and head into Jerry's house then. So, see, pretty plain house. It's got another gold ticket. I still, to this day, I'm like 40 hours in. I still have not found a usage for the gold ticket yet. Again, no spoilers on any of that. Got a stat item for no legs here. Something in here. chocolate, which is a key item, as well as another stat item for Nat. There's never anything good on anyway. I think that's about all we can look at here. Okay, so let's head into the basement. This place is a little spooky. Okay, so yeah, it's a very dark basement. He's got a bomb in here, I'm not sure why. There's a few pieces of furniture you could just kind of push around. Some of them don't have any purpose, like this one. You see, his basement is quite messy. He was certainly not lying about that. Actually going to, can I? Yeah. Turn this up so you guys can actually hear the very ambient track in this place. Okay. So, let's see. That might not have been the correct way to push that. I'm trying to actually remember. It is actually a little bit weird to navigate this place, because again, you are just like pushing regular boxes around. Okay. So here's the sunglasses. And we have to figure out how to reach the... Ah, here we go. I think. I hope. Yeah, and then we can push this one. Okay. There's the fishing rod. Okay. So there's not a whole lot in here. It's just a bit of a spooky basement, but it's mostly spooky just for the sake of being spooky. It's just kind of ambient, really. I don't remember what that was at before. I'll have to check that. We'll see. We'll see if we can find... I mean, we've already found actually one other really creepy underneath area. So, yeah, we'll see what comes of those. But anywho, we have what Jerry wants here. And for that, we actually get a bow and a skill, which is pretty cool. Cheers, mate, you're the best. Glad my wife ain't alive to see the best down there. Jeez. So you get the Eagle Eye. Counterattacks with piercing shot. Neutral, no element. Very high accuracy. Pretty interesting one. And then we get a skill. This one, I always just throw this on Lance because he always used to have it. Buffs accuracy and gives him good luck, which is a pretty nice little extra bonus, to be honest, being able to have another skill basically that just throws good luck on whoever you want it. Sorry, whoever you want it to. Let's go ahead and upgrade this a bit. Gives the player good luck, which is pretty nice. PT processor a little expensive. You see, it actually gets pretty big stat increases. It's got really solid resistances to some really annoying debuffs, particularly the Siphon and Stagger and Confuse over here. It's an interesting one. Yeah, also, I didn't mention it, but we actually are starting to have access to coral blocks over here. You know, I could actually do a bit more over there, too, now that I remember it. Damn, okay. No, yeah, I realized I segmented that off, because I actually can reach that place now. But, anyway, we're gonna have to save that for another time, I think. Because I just don't feel like walking all the way back there right now. Although we could just teleport over, but... Anyway, the thing about the... Just one more quick note about the, I think we want to go up here. Yeah. One quick thing to note about the coral blocks is that in the past, you know, I've like shown off all of the coral, all of the different locked boxes once we reach them. Like when we reached all the gold blocks up there, I showed what all of them are. The coral ones, you can't actually reach them all at the same time. They're actually segmented off quite heavily. So we can't actually do anything with that right now. Also, I'm going to mark these because I only just remembered that this is here. Also, you'll notice I have a question mark here. The guy is not here anymore, and yet there's no funny portal. So, a little bit strange, but I'm sure we'll be back to investigate that later. But anywho, thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check the description for a link to my twitch.tv channel, where tonight I believe I'll be streaming with Sacred Survival. I'm not actually sure what we're going to stream yet, to be honest. We're waiting on a new Super Hostile map for any of you guys who are around way back in the channel's history for the Super Hostile days. There's a new one coming out after a very, very long time of not having any. So I'm pretty sure this was 2024. And yeah, so we're going to be streaming that. Either that, we might be streaming some Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, because that's something I've been getting into, and it's that also is something we used to do a lot way back in the channel. So basically, we're bringing back some old YouTube archetype from my channel, and going to be trying it out again. So yeah, also hop on the Discord if you want to keep in touch about that. I'll be definitely mentioning in there what we decide on when we decide. And it's also just nice to be able to keep in touch with you guys. But yeah, next time we have a few screens here. I think these two mostly that we want to take a peek at. So I think we're going to start off with this one and lead our way into the one up here. But yeah, well, I'll have to decide what order I want to do them in. But, yeah, and then we also have the first premium dungeon coming up pretty soon. We have this weird area here, and we have this little, small island over here that I kind of neglected to check out. So yeah, we still got quite a few things coming up, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.